Hello, this is Jellyman129 with How to Be Good at Call of Duty, Episode 1, I guess. Also, you can call me Neko Demon, that is my Xbox Live. Made it a while ago. Today I'm going to start off with the first episode on... I'm not going to talk too much about my loadout, I'll do that another time. I have plenty of time to do that. I have so many different loadouts. I switch them up constantly. Today I'm going to talk about watching and understanding, as well as balancing play and watch. First off, when you watch something, don't just watch it. Absorb it. Make sure you watch it, you compare it to your own gameplay. You know, see what you do and the difference between what you do and their do. Don't, okay, it's wrong. Try and figure out what looks different between the two. For example, I used to wonder what was different. For one thing, I know now that I used to run around into the middle of an open field, low bullets, and I'd shoot people, and then they'd kill me while I was reloading, and I'd wonder why. Yeah. You just gotta focus. In gameplay. I'll go over focusing later, but, don't, pay attention to what you're doing. Think before you act. For speaking of, before you lob that grenade, think. You cannot unlob that grenade. As soon as that grenade's lobbing, you're vulnerable for about a second or two, a second to a second and a half, a second to 2 seconds. You are vulnerable, and you cannot do anything about it. It's not like reloading where you can cancel it. You are theirs for the taking. That's why you want to make sure you don't just lob while you're in the middle and somebody's going to kill you, because they're going to kill you before you get that grenade even out. Happened to me millions of times. Yeah, you got to focus and really watch what you're doing and compare it to other people. Hats off to Camping Carl for his tips. They really helped me out too. Check out his videos. I mean, different strokes for different blokes. Also, check out the end of the video. I'm going to put both these profiles up. TVFactoryguy, he coins that phrase. It's not actually in any of his videos, but he was a friend of mine, and he tended to use that a lot. And check him out. He needs the views. Wouldn't say he's the funniest guy, but he has potential. He definitely has potential. Anyway, moving back on here. Zoning back in. Sorry, my mouth is a little bit dry. When you balance time of play and watch, you don't want to watch too much, you don't want to play too much, you want to kind of balance it. Here's how I did it, and how I still do it, because I'm not really that good yet. I'm not the best out there. I'm no Camping Carl. I don't camp, though. I don't camp, but I'm not Camping Carl 94. His real name is, by the way, JewOnWheels. Or that's his name in the Xbox, but, I'm not very good, but I'm not the worst, there are worse people out there. I think I'm getting better. Anyway, I'll sit there and I'll play a game, and then you have a whole minute or so worth of time between games. What do you do with that? You sit there and stare at the screen? And I realized I could watch people play. I could have a video up and watch Camping Carl and listen to them in between and kind of learn things while I'm and then put what I learned to work for me before the video was even done, so it's fresh in my head. I can immediately just do it. By the way, you'll see in this thing multiple times I press the backspace button. That back button that opens up the score. I'm addicted to that thing. I have to pry my left thumb off. I have to pry that thing out of my controller so I can't press it. It's annoying as heck. I sit there and I press it and I press it and I press it. Every time I die, okay, I'm 8-5. I die. Okay, now I'm 8-6. But I press it open to check and see what my score is. But I know I'm 8-6 because I got one death after becoming 8-5. See, there it is again. Anyway, just watch other people play and absorb it, retain it. But it's best when you watch it like that, because you get it fresh, and it's fresh in your mind. And that was stupid. I'm going to give you a few tips at a time, a few miscellaneous tips. One right there was, if you're at a corner, and you know there's going to be an enemy coming around that corner, don't meet him halfway. Wait for him. I don't care if it takes a minute, I don't care if it takes a second, I don't care if it takes an hour. And don't throw anything, because the minute you throw anything, and like let's say you throw Semtex, they're going to hear that, and they're going to know you're throwing at Semtex, and they have plenty of time to kill you. You can just turn around the corner, wham, before you can even kill them. Trust me. That's happened to me hundreds of times. Never meet them halfway. Just wait for them. Or if you're gonna run out, stay prone if you're gonna stay. But if you're gonna run out, which I want to wait. Which don't, get used to being prone and drop shotting first. Then you can start doing jumps as you go around corners, because that surprises them, takes them off guard, and you get a really, really good head advantage. So advantage is kind of key. You're never gonna win on a one-on-one fight. This ain't the Wild West movies where people. There's the backspace button again. Where people take their pistols and they draw them in the middle of the street, and then they have to shoot each other from down an alley, a main street or something. This isn't the Wild West. You ain't gonna win heads up. This ain't who can draw quickest. This is who can get the drop on the guy and who can surprise the guy and get the. You have to have an upper advantage. You jump, they're not gonna see it coming. Like that guy, I'm like trying to kill this guy. He's like, "Whoa, I'm gonna cheap shot ya," but I still got him. But he really surprised me. And people use that advantage. And here's the stupid part: I come out here 3 times, all of which I die. And then, I have like 3 or 4 stupid movements right here. Anyway, yeah, this is really stupid. Wait, I thought I died there. Anyway, you never return to the same place twice, by the way, as you just learned there. Anyway, like I was saying, don't try this at first. Get used to using and drop shotting. Once you get used to drop shotting. Then, and that was me checking my watch, by the way, for the time. Yeah, stupid, I know. When you get used to drop shotting, then you can, okay, so he's taking a little bit. Let's see if I can get the drop on him first. But when you go around the corner, don't sprint. Sprinting is stupid, it's evil, and sprinting around a corner will get you killed, because it takes about half a second for them to kill you. And guess how long you're immobilized for a sprint? Half a stinking second. Yeah, don't sprint. Instead of sidle and jump, and then make sure you're ready to shoot, and you know kind of where he might be. Aim for the ground, because he could be prone and waiting for you, like you were waiting for him just a split second ago. So yeah, make sure you're. Also, a tip when you're at windows and doors and you're shooting, like say when I'm at a window and I'm shooting the guy and I have to reload, don't just slide to the right. Turn around so you're facing away from the window, but you're to the left or the right of the window. So you're kind of like roll. You kind of do like a barrel roll along the wall to the point where, so you're facing away. Now think, if you were to combine that trick, you can get the drop on an enemy when he's kind of sneak up on you, and hopefully in time. And that's the end of the game, by the way. I went 11 and 12, but I'll explain that next trick later. But anyway, you also, if you save ammo, you can have enough ammo to get the guy. There, I said it. Have a nice day, folks.